Welcome to another edition of FLIR Primed. I'm Grant Coffey. You know, in over 40 years of this business, I've seen a lot of mistakes, and I've made quite a few myself. After all, we're only human. But the point is, can we learn from these mistakes? Even when budget deprived, sleep deprived, when lives are on the line, we have to be at the top of our game. So in my experience, I've seen some things, and let's take a look at some of the top 10 mistakes that I've seen on hazmat scenes. Number one is walking into a scene without good situational awareness. There are no warning signs, no lights. We have to see the big picture, so we walk in safe. We know what we're getting into. We don't want to rescue the rescuers. Another one that's closely related is not securing the scene. It's very important in this day and age of terrorism that we secure the scene, because that's kind of an attractant for other people to come in and create some safety issues. Don't get too close also. Position yourself to where it's safe. But always, I can't stress it enough, always secure the scene. Another one is not donning the proper level of PPE. And that's a decision based on your chemicals and based on experience of the commander of the hazmat team. But once you get that on, you need to communicate that scene-wide, especially to incoming forces like police. They're not going to come in if they're not sure about their level of PPE, so you need to communicate that. Just like baseball teams on the field, there's never enough communication on that emergency scene. Another one, and this is a pet peeve of mine, is removing your PPE too early on a post-fire overhaul scene. Just remember, just a few seconds before, you were wearing your SCBA in an environment where if you took it off, you'd perish pretty quickly. Well, you know what? It's still a hazardous scene. Maybe not now, but maybe 20 years down the road. You want to keep your PPE on just as long as you can on that overhaul scene. What do football teams do after the game? They review game tape. Sometimes we don't even do that. You want to use the post-incident review process to figure out what you did good, what you did bad, but you know what? Your SOPs can always improve. That's what we do this for. You want to review your actions, improve, integrate that into procedures, and repeat it again. Another one is not deconning before you leave the warm zone. Transitioning from the warm zone out into the cold zone without getting the bad stuff off is spreading it out into the clean areas. I see that time and time again. That's not a good thing. Another one is basic responders with lack of simple, rudimentary chemistry knowledge. And I mean firefighters that don't even understand the basics about some of the chemicals they see on a daily basis. That can be corrected fairly easy, and it's incredibly important because a lot of that information is up there. Another one is failure to upgrade your scene early on. That means calling the cavalry out early, and a corollary to that is a consult. As your teams are starting to come there, you can actually get on the phone and consult with your hazmat team specialists, give them situational awareness, cues and clues, they'll give you advice back. Do that early. I see it way too late. Also, poor use of the instant command system. A hazmat scene is dangerous. Accountability is very important. You need to start plugging in people to the ICS system early and make sure that you use it throughout. Use your quick guides like we show you on some of our downloads. Use those early on as check sheets so you don't miss important things. Finally, check for secondary devices and the presence of radiation. If you can rule both of those out, then you can move on to other issues. You know something, we're all human. We all make mistakes, but if we can avoid even one mistake, that's a good thing. It'll help keep us safe. Keep watching FLIR.com/prime for good downloads and good training. Thank you for watching.